Thank you, Mayor. This item is the Proposition A proposal that was brought forth by myself, Councilmember Jackson, and Councilmember Thomas. I want to first start by thanking the Houston Police Officers Union, the advocacy groups, and this morning we received a letter of support from the Chief of Police on this as well. This is regarding the traffic stop quotas. Currently under state law, there is statute that already bars quotas for ticketing, but there's nothing that bars quotas for stops. And what we found is in the past, there have been policy within HPD that required officers to make at least one stop per shift. And that has caused an uptick in police stops over the past several years. And we've seen by the numbers that there has been disproportionate number of black and brown individuals who have been stopped. And there has been also an increase in officer-involved incidents. And so we want to bring forth this proposal as a way in which to keep our officers safe, as well as also to keep the public safe. This is one of the rare opportunities where community and police both sat down at the exact same table, had some really insightful dialogue, and based on that dialogue came to some consensus that this policy should be reviewed, and we should bring it forth as an ordinance so that it has a lot of weight to it, and it's not just a policy that's changing, but an actual ordinance through our code. And so I want to thank again all the stakeholder groups on both sides. This is a win for the community, and I'm asking you all for the support. Thank you.
All in favor say yes. Those opposed. I'm sorry, Councilmember Jackson.
Thank you, Mayor. And I want to thank my colleagues for bringing this ordinance up. This issue is very personal to me. And Mayor, and I know I mentioned to you this morning, when I was 24 years old, I was arrested in front of my child's daycare center at 11 p.m. for allegedly stopping and rolling through a stop sign. The officer was aggressive. He threatened me. He handcuffed me, and he took me to jail. And I wasn't threatened. I wasn't treated like a human being. I was treated like a number, a target, and a threat. And that was 30 years ago, and still today, at 54 years old, I get nervous every time a police officer car pulls behind me. And that's not paranormal. That is experience, lived experience. Policies that pressure officers to meet citation quotas make these kinds of interactions more likely. They create environments where performances is measured by the number of tickets written, not by the safety of our streets or the quality of our community relationships. Quotas push officers to focus on volume, not value. They strip away the discretion and judgment that good policing is built on, and most importantly, they damage the public trust that is essential for real public safety. Law enforcement should protect and serve, not perform and produce. This amendment allows officers to focus on what matters most: stopping dangerous drivers, supporting public safety, and building respectful relationships with the communities they serve. Removing this quota won't just help officers, it would help all of us feel safer, seen, and respected. I urge you to adopt this amendment and take a step forward to a more just, compassionate, and accountable policing.
Thank you. And you and I discussed that this has not occurred under the current administration or the current police chief. It was the previous police chief and previous administration. So thank you for putting it in an ordinance form, but it's not been the practice of HPD since the new administration and the new police chief.
Right.
So thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Councilmember Ramirez.
Thank you, Mayor. I support this item, and I want to credit Chief Diaz for rescinding this policy that was enacted under a prior administration. As someone who has taught hundreds of cadets at the police academy on search and seizure, I can tell you that this kind of policy that is being addressed that requires a minimum number of stops per shift invites Fourth Amendment violations and can lead to unnecessary uses of force. So I support this ordinance to prevent police chiefs in the future from enacting this kind of policy. Thank you.
Councilman Evans.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to apologize to my colleague, Edward Pollard. When we spoke, I was getting so much misinformation regarding whether quotas existed, but he just made a clear statement about the stops. And so I certainly will support this item but the problem is we cannot legislate racial profiling. I don't know how we can get past that because that is actually one of the main problems, I think, to just stop people just based on their race. And so I certainly will support this item because I want to cut down on unnecessary interaction, and I think it's a great step and an opportunity, and I want to thank you and the others that signed on for this. Thank you.
Very well. All in favor say yes. Those opposed, nay. Motion passes.